Okay, now that we have the view photo page working, what I'd like to do is anytime the user's in here editing or adding newsletters or things that have pictures, they can say, well, I can see things here on the list, but it'd be really nice to see the pictures. So what I want to do is add another button on here that says view photos. So in this case, I've always kind of shied away from using the HTML buttons, but in this case, I'm going to use an HTML button. So I do the input, it's not this ASP, I just know HTML, so I type this in here, input, type equals button, and that says we're going to have a button, and then value, this is the caption that's on the button. And we'll save this and take a look at it. And the reason that I do it this way is I don't want to run VB code to do this. The reason I use the HTML button is I don't want to use VB code. I'm going to use some JavaScript to open up my little pop-up window. So I have my View Photos button, but when I click on it, nothing happens. So here's the magic. To make things happen in here, what we do is put in some on-click code, and this on-click, this says, this is JavaScript. It says when the user clicks on this, well, now here's my JavaScript command, window.open, and what I would like to open in that window is this other file, browsepictures.aspx. So let's save this. Try it out. Okay, so now I'm in here. I say I want to add a picture. Well, what are these pictures? Well, now if we do view photos, here we go. This little window pops up. So we got a choice here again. This is kind of an interface choice. Do I want to pop this up in a separate window? That's what I'm going to do here. My other choice is to put this in a panel and do like we've done before and toggle the visibility of the panels. For some reason, I'm going to lean on doing it this way. I'll talk to Scott again and see if he cares one way or the other. So the bad thing about this is when they click on these pictures, they can't automatically put that on the list. But I can see that this is car2.jpg. Well, now I know I want to put car2.jpg on this list. So it doesn't happen automatically. I have to do it myself manually. Okay, so that's popping it up. We'll come back in the next tutorial and change that pop-up window, change some of the parameters on that thing so it looks more like a pop-up. Anyway, that's the end of this one. And again, the trick to that, it's right here. Well, first of all, use an HTML button. Don't use an ASP button. And then make the type equals button. And then the on click, do window.open, and then if you're going to have to put the relative path, you get to put the full URL to the page that you want to pop up here. Then also put in this return equals false. Otherwise, you're going to make an unnecessary round trip when this happens, and actually will reload the page, and the user will get real confused. So anyway, that's the on click. That's popping up windows.